So third time back, does it get any more normal making the first left, the first right instead of going down?
Yeah, a little different, obviously. He spent so much time here. Usually you're walking past into, the Hawks locker room, and never really seen this one until a few years ago. So, it's always fun to come back.
Do you have your parents in the building now that you're edging closer to 500 goals, and how do you play that?
Yeah, they're here tonight. I'm not really sure what their plan is going forward, but it'd be nice to get it sooner rather than later, and just kind of move on with the season. But they're here tonight, so got a lot of family here tonight. My parents, Amanda, my son, a bunch of Amanda's family, and then my sister's coming in as well.
Just your thoughts on the Quinn Hughes trade? That's pretty seismic. How closely do you follow that, and what was your reaction when you saw?
I think Quinn's a great player. He's one of the special players in the league that can, take over a game individually, which is, there's only a handful of those. So, we saw firsthand how tough he is to defend the other night at the blue line, the way he moves, the way he kind of buys time, shakes and bakes up there. And, it was, you hear a lot of rumors, and Red Wings were part of that too. So it was definitely following to see what was going to happen. So, but he's a great kid, great player, and I'm sure he'll do well in Minnesota.
Patrick, you probably saw the injury to Connor Bedard. How big a blow, if he is out a long time and we don't know, to the team, to the league, and maybe even Team Canada?
Yeah, I'm not going to speculate on what the injury is. We just saw that he wasn't going to play tonight, and he's had a great season and been a big producer for the Blackhawks, and also just from watching it seems like he's a threat every game. So you never want to see guys that are having success get injured, and hopefully it's not too bad.
Kane, the finale of the season-long road trip for you guys tonight, what part of your game needs to play well in order for you guys to end this one on a high note tonight?
I think we've been playing pretty well on the road. Obviously we've had a good trip so far. The game the other night would have been fun to finish some of our chances and make it more of a game, but just have the same mentality that we've had on this whole road trip, finding ways to win, get points, and it would be it's been a good trip, but it'd be a great trip if we can find a way to get a win tonight. So we'll definitely have to grind it out against this team. We know they took it to us in our building last game, so it'd be nice to get them back.
Following up on Pat's question at the beginning, how do you reflect on the milestone upcoming? Or I know you maybe talked out on it, but do you even have time to reflect on it?
We'll see. We'll see when we come across it. But for now, I think the most important thing is just kind of focus on playing my game, playing the right way, and not really worrying about milestones or numbers or things like that. So it seems like when you start thinking about that stuff, it doesn't go too well for you. So I think just focus on the game part of it.
Thanks, Skinner.
There with Connor Bedard last night. How much does that change things with him out for you guys?
Oh, well, first of all, I feel for the kid. Like, he's had such a good year, and for it to happen the way it happened is not good for anybody, including all the fans that enjoy watching him. As far as our game goes, there's a lot of the game plan goes based on what he does and how he does it, and he's done it real well this year. So, but that doesn't change the fact that they've got 20 other guys that are very capable of playing in the league and work, and I think Blash has them very organized. We'll worry about our squad, not so much theirs.
Seismic trade with Minnesota acquiring Quinn Hughes. How much do you follow things like that? And obviously there are rumors about New Jersey. Are you glad he's in the West, or?
Yeah, we we're like the players. We follow that stuff all the time, and we're interested to see what's happening and who went where and that type of stuff. But he stayed in the West, and that's a good thing for us right now. And we can't control anything outside our locker room or environment. So we just get ready to play here, and that's our focus.
Not name specific, but just in general, do you and Steve sometimes talk about, it'd be nice if you could add some depth here or a star here, or?
Well, Steve and I talk all the time. We talk every day, multiple times throughout the days, and a lot of it's spent talking about our team. You know, our jobs as a coaching staff is to get the most out of the players that we have. It's working for some, others we haven't got enough out of it. And the one thing I've learned in this league, especially around Christmas, everybody's like Santa Claus. They all have a wish list. You know, so we talk, but it's about getting the most out of what we have.
And just a little housekeeping, everybody available who's been on the trip all
Everybody
along?
available.
Except Hamilton.
Yeah, everybody's available.
And Gibson tonight?
Gibson tonight, yeah.
With it being the last game of such a long trip, outside of fatigue, how do you kind of keep these guys motivated and getting up for a game like this one with just such a long trip like this one?
Well, I tell them that Chicago came in about a month ago on the back end of a 6-game road trip and beat us 5-1 in our own building. So that's what I tell them.
In your most recent outing, albeit a loss, you guys, obviously there are some positives to take away from that one. What did you like from that game that you can maybe build on for tonight?
I thought we skated better in that game and checked better in that game than we had in the previous 3 at least. And ironically, we won those games. We gave up less. It just so happens though that the puck went to the wrong people at the wrong time, and Edmonton's very capable at finishing. So I liked a lot of our game there. I didn't like the results.
Todd, if Bedard is out, and it's speculation, if he's out for any length, how big a blow, not only to them, but to the league and maybe even Canada with all the talk that's been going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of levels there. There's obviously their own team that they have to, replace a dominant player, and from a fan's perspective, that's what we're here for. We're here to play for the fans. They miss out on seeing a dynamic player, and that's league-wide. And then Hockey Canada. For the Olympics, he obviously has really committed himself to his game this year, and Blash and their staff have done a real good job, and he's reacted to it properly, and I'm sure he was in the mix. Let's hope that he gets healthy tomorrow and continues to be in the mix.
If I could just one more on Quinn Hughes, because you just saw him. How much impact does a guy with that skill level have on a team?
How much does Quinn Hughes have on a team?
You just saw him.
Well, you win the Norris Trophy.
Yeah.
I could turn that around and probably ask you how much impact did Nick Lidstrom have on the Red Wings. He won multiple Norris Trophies. But you don't have to win a Norris Trophy to have an impact on the team. I think Mo Seider and Simon and Benny and even Axe in the now and in the future are going to have an impact on our team without winning the trophy. So, there's a lot of good defensemen in the league.